Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Wicked Majesty Night Stories. I am your host and narrator, Keya Reed. I hope all of you have had a wonderful day today and are kicking back and relaxing with your favorite wine or beer. Ready to hear this Friday night story of terror? Tonight's story is one of the many short stories that I wrote. It involves a young teenage girl and her grandpa spending time on her birthday and coming across an article of jewelry that brings back haunting memories for her grandfather. I call this story The Demon Resides. We should return home now, John told his granddaughter, who didn't seem to be in any mood of budging from the jewelry store at any time. What? But it's just been an hour, Grandpa. I have yet to shop for clothes, Susan exclaimed. John gave her a tired expression, said, Darling, I think you've forgotten that your grandpa is an old man now. I can't walk any further. Besides, we're getting late for dinner. You don't want to make your mother angry now, do you? Fine, Susan huffed and walked with John to make payment. As their payment was processing, a necklace on the nearby shelf caught Susan's eye. Can you please show me that one? She asked the salesperson with excitement rushing in her voice. Of course, ma'am. The salesperson took out the necklace and handed it to her. Susan looked at the necklace and found it really beautiful. Look, Grandpa, isn't that beautiful? She held the necklace in her hand and called John. Her eyes were gleaming with joy. It was one of those rare times when something really attracted her at first glance. John was handing the cash to the cashier when he heard his granddaughter call him. Come on, Susan. I've paid the bill. We've got to go. He froze at the sight in front of him. It was the same necklace. I have to get this one, Susan exclaimed. But before she could hand it over for payment, John snatched the necklace from her hand and placed it on the counter. We're done shopping. Let's go now, he said abruptly, and grabbed her hand and pulled her out of the shop. Susan got a little shocked at his sudden changed demeanor, but didn't budge. Look, you promised you would get me anything I wanted. Come on, it's my 17th birthday. You can buy anything else that you like, but not this necklace. John wanted to get out of there as soon as possible. But why? It's not like the necklace is very expensive. I'll buy it for myself. Just as she was about to take out money from her wallet, John pulled her hand and dragged her out of the shop. It's time to go back home. We're running late, John said as he walked to the car with his granddaughter. I really like that necklace, Grandpa. What happened to you all of a sudden? Susan was confused, as she had never seen her grandfather so perturbed by something. She knew something had triggered him and wanted to know what it was. I just started feeling a little unwell. That's it. John tried to finish the conversation as he wanted to wipe that image of that deadly necklace from his mind. He sat inside the car and waited for Susan to get in. However, Susan had always been smarter for her age. She sat inside the car and spoke. That is not true. You can tell me about it, Grandpa. What is the story of that necklace? You know I'm not going to stop until you speak about it. She won't. John knew his granddaughter very well. He hesitated for a bit, then said, That necklace? It is capable of something so horrible. What? Susan was bewildered. How can a mere necklace be capable of something bad? It reminded me of the demon necklace. All those horrible memories came crashing down on him. Susan was taken back by his answer. The demon necklace? Can you please elaborate, Grandpa? I want to know more about it. Susan pressed him for details. John thought for a second while driving. He didn't want to go back to that time, but he knew his granddaughter could be very stubborn. Susan was looking at him with anticipation. After a while, he began telling the horrific story. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you liked part 1 of my story. If you want to hear part 2 of Demon Resides in Her, be sure to come back next Friday night at 10 p.m. In the meantime, let me know what you think. Comment your thoughts down below. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Sleep tight.
Don't let the shadows bite.